Hey guys, what is up? It is I, James Penrose, back again for my next video. And today, as you can tell, yes, I am kind of late to the party, but better late than never. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts and reactions to NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. And honestly, I haven't actually been watching NXT UK on a weekly basis for like the past month or something, but don't think for one second I did not know about the show and I wasn't going to watch it, because I thoroughly enjoyed the show. This was so well done. I actually think this was probably just better than Blackpool, and that show was awesome. Was the show a 10 out of 10? No, it wasn't. It was probably around an 8.5, a 9 out of 10. Definitely a fantastic show that you could go back and watch, definitely more than once. And just great matches across the board. Like, there were one or two matches that kind of weren't as good due to how long they were, but again, in terms of what happened in the main event, it kind of warranted that. So we had Noam Dar and Travis Banks in a really good opening match. Noam Dar went over on that. I mean, those guys, they had great chemistry together. They worked well in the ring. Cesaro making a guest appearance against Ilya Dragunov, I thought was awesome. They had an even better match than that, in my opinion. And honestly, WWE, this is your last chance with Cesaro. If this doesn't prove to you that he has charisma, that he can work a crowd, can have a great match, and can be a future world champion for the main roster, just do us all a favour and have him go to NXT. Or even have him come to NXT UK. Why the fuck not? Have him face Ilya Dragunov in a rematch. Have him have feuds with Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, Wolfgang, Gallus, and all that. Imperium. You know, have him wrestle all these guys. He can do wonders with all of them. So that's what I've got to say about that. Either push him now or just have him to NXT or NXT UK. Match of the night. If that main event didn't happen, the match of the night would probably go to the triple threat tag team match, when you have Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews winning the NXT UK tag team championships in their hometown, in their home country of Cardiff. And as soon as that dawned on me, I was like, are they going to give the belts to him? And I thought, well, just because it's in Wales doesn't mean they're going to give the belts to him. And as the match was going on, I kind of thought Zach Gibson and James Drake are probably going to retain it. I didn't really think Gallus was going to win. And yeah, you hit that moment where Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews, they defied the odds. In my eyes, they were the underdogs and ended up winning the titles, and they got a legendary pop when the ref counted to 3. The crowd went mad, and long may this have a great reign for them as tag team champions. They're probably going to have a rematch with Zach Gibson and James Drake on an NXT UK taping, and who knows, they might do it at another takeover, wherever that's going to be in the UK. But that match was fucking awesome. Just 20 minutes of constant back and forth action, high flying spots, false finishes, just moments that, well, I won't forget. NXT UK Women's Champion Toni Storm ended up losing to Kaylee Ray in the 9-minute match. That match was probably my least favourite, just because of how short it was. But again, it warranted it because of how long the main event was and how amazing that was. But and again, from a storyline standpoint, it does make sense how you have Kaylee Ray making this into a personal rivalry, talking about how Toni Storm, you know, was abandoned by her father or something like that, and how she's the reason, like, people like her don't get talked about, or something like that. She made it personal, and she used that as mind games to try and get to Toni Storm, and lo and behold, it did, and we have a new NXT UK Women's Champion in Kaylee Ray, and again, that's something that I didn't expect. There was a lot of results that I didn't see coming, to be honest, and that was one of them. The last man standing match with Joe Coffey and Bomber Dave Mastiff. I didn't even know this was a last man standing match. Here's me thinking it was going to be a singles match. No, I turn it on, it's last man standing, and I'm like, what? I'm like, get ready for World War III, lads. And by God, within 2 minutes, they've already broken the fucking top rope. Like, an Irish whip into the corner, bam, the top rope is gone, and I'm like, wow, we've already destroyed the set already. Cricket bats, snooker cues were used, billiard balls, steel chairs. You had that moment at the end where they're on top of the production boxes, and I think Dave Mastiff hits a headbutt on him, and they both fall like 10-15 feet through 2 tables, and then Joe Coffey ended up getting up on his feet at 9, and as Dave Mastiff looked to have got up on his feet at 9, he held up to one of them boxes to keep him up, and Joe Coffey knocked that away, and he went back down again, and the ref counted to 10, and then I was kind of like, are we ending this now? That seems a bit premature. I mean, as great of a match it was, A, I've seen better last man standing matches, obviously, and B, I just felt like I wanted more. Like, at least 5 minutes we could have squeezed in with that, and we could still have had a 42-minute main event. But that was a great last man standing match. Joe Coffey went over, which is, I guess it was the right decision, considering the other half of Gallus, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang ended up losing. Having their leader win, that still makes Gallus look strong, and you know, and considering that Gallus didn't get pinned in the tag team match, that also still makes them look somewhat strong. So I'm happy for that. And fam, that main event. Holy fucking shit. Walter and Tyler Bate. Fucking hell. This further established once and for all, Tyler Bate is a megastar, an absolute megastar. But we already knew that shit. We already knew that. For the first, I think it was 10-15 minutes, you had Walter just dominate Tyler Bate. You have Walter doing, again, those moves on the ring apron and the ring post, the power bombs, like the power bomb on the ring apron on the rope. Again, foreshadowing and how he tried to end Tyler Bate's career at that NXT UK taping where, I think he did that like 3 times that night, and now Tyler Bate wants redemption, and in that first 10 minutes, he got hit with those again, and it was just an uphill battle from there, but Tyler Bate kept coming back, and for the next 20-25 minutes, again, nothing but close false finishes, getting the crowd invested, getting me invested, having that storyline of Tyler Bate being the underdog, coming through all that pain, and still somehow coming through it, and trying to act like it's nothing. And the spot that really shocked me was where you have Walter going for that powerbomb, and at that moment I'm thinking that might be it, or he might kick out at 2 or something. Tyler Bate kicks out straight away. A fucking 1 count, not a 2 count, not a 2.5, not 2 7/8, so a 1 3/4, just a 1. And the crowd goes apeshit for that. I'm like, what the hell? Is Tyler Bate actually going to win this? But that's when you hit the bit where Walter hits one more final devastating clothesline. Tyler Bate does a huge flip in selling that. And that's where Walter inevitably retains the WWE UK title. And then at the end, that's where you have the rest of British Strong Style come out. You have Pete Dunne and Trent Seven come out to help Tyler Bate. And they get a standing ovation. And Tyler Bate, he's going to get that belt back, safe to say. Like, at least for me anyway, he deserves that. Because honestly, he is a megastar and needs to be pushed. And when he comes to the main roster, again, do not fuck this up with Tyler Bate. Make him a star. So, other than that, guys, this has been my thoughts on NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff. I know, late to the party, but better late than never. I had to get this video out there for you guys. So, other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. And all I can say is, peace out, my brothers.